Oh my God, to the other side. Yo, if Goku makes this comeback, you can slap me around and call me Susan. Ooh.
Oh, it's a wrap.
There
you go.
Are you brave enough to take this one? And Hook Gang God is your Defend the North 2018 champion.
Hey guys, it's Born Free here. We are at Defend the North for a fireside chat with my man, NRG, Hook Gang God.
How you
How the
doing,
hell are
man?
you?
It was great. It's great to see you again, man.
It's good to see you too.
Yeah.
We recently did interviews, so
Yes.
we're not going to do like a big, long interview. I just want to get your thoughts because obviously the big thing is you won Summit of Power.
Yes, that is correct.
That's a huge deal because
It-
for a period there was like Goichi and Sonic Fox going at it. Then you won Summit of Power. Then Kazunoko just recently won CEO.
Yeah.
So I feel like this storyline going into Evo is one of the most exciting, it's probably the most exciting storyline out of the big games.
Yeah.
So tell me about the Summit of Power experience. Like, what did you expect going in, and what is? Maybe give us a little window into that world.
All right, so going into Summit, you know, everybody was telling me like, oh, this is the most casual tournament ever. And so I expected it to, to be laid back, and of course it was. It was probably the best tournament experience I've ever experienced in my life. It was literally like, us chilling in a house playing a video game. While, here is more crowded, more people around you, while at the Summit, it was more like, oh, well, let's play. We could play. There's a whole bunch of setups upstairs, a whole bunch of setups downstairs. We could get the fridge to ourselves, basically. It was amazing. Like, the Summit experience is probably the best tournament I probably will ever go to, honestly.
So actually, I have a couple of like kind of quirky questions, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember thinking, there's a lot of players, particularly in Street Fighter that I've interviewed, who said you have to stay hungry to stay hungry, right? Which is meaning don't eat before you compete, right?
Yeah.
That rhymes as well for some reason, but like basically to keep the focus. And I was looking at Summit and I was like, everyone's fucking eating. Like what's going on? Like, was there anything that crossed your mind when you were in that environment where you felt like, I don't want to relax too much? Or
it's funny that you bring that up because actually, after I beat Goichi, I was literally like starving. I was like, yo, I need to eat something. And then they ordered Domino's and I was about to go eat and they were like, no, don't touch the Domino.
I was like, the other guys?
The commentator, I think Chris Matrix it was. He was like,
Matrix?
he was like, no, don't touch it. Do not eat the Domino's. I was like, I'm so hungry, I'm gonna die if I don't eat. But he was like, no, don't eat it. I was just like, all right. And then, I performed.
Matrix, you are godlike.
Then I performed well afterwards. So he might have saved me.
Meanwhile, they were shoveling Dominoes into Sonic Fox's face.
Yeah, Sonic was just eating and stuff like that. Everybody else was eating. But with me, they made sure to tell me not to eat. I didn't even know that was a thing until that day, actually.
Well, it's definitely you didn't know about the feeding?
I didn't know that until I'm definitely starving right now.
It's funny because bizarrely, I've thought about this a lot. I'm an overthinker, and I remember thinking, after you won at Summit, I remember thinking, Hook Gang God is like a really good player, and he's also a really good online player. And it sort of struck me that Summit of Power sort of almost is more like the kind of environment that you might be inclined to. I don't know.
I think I did that well just because of the environment I was in. I feel like
Really?
it was way more casual, and it kind of felt like I didn't have that much pressure, playing. While when I'm playing, in front of all these people, I kind of feel the aura. While there, it was just like, oh, we're in the living room, we're playing the game.
Did you guys play a lot of casuals there?
Yes, we played for hours and hours.
When you were playing
and hours.
casuals, did you ever feel like I don't want to be downloaded, or did you feel like I need to download this person, or do you just felt like I just want to play?
Yeah, I always want to play. My mindset on that is kind of like, what's the point of, eventually they're going to play me regardless, right? So I might as well, get some games in with them to see where I stand and, see if I can figure things out. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm going to play them. So why, like, cripple myself and not play them then and there when I probably won't get another chance for a long time? For example, the Japanese players, I can't go to their house and play.
Right.
Why not just play while I'm there?
But I guess the counter argument to that, at least for me, would be I've got some tricks up my sleeve and I don't want to show anybody until we actually play.
Yeah, there's that, but I mean, I guess you gotta just hide them during the match if you really want to hide something. But I feel like playing them is more valuable than just I'm gonna wait till we play in tournament.
Okay. That's a good
Yeah.
mindset. All right, so behind the scenes, was there a lot more people than on camera? Because sometimes I got the sense that sometimes I would get the camera would pan somewhere and I'd be like, who the hell is that? And it didn't just seem like crew. I think there was some tickets for people to actually attend.
Yeah. There was I think 2 people that came in by paying, I believe.
Okay.
So yeah, there was a couple people, but most of them was crew basically.
Okay.
There was just a lot of cameras everywhere, and then a lot of people were also.
Did you guys get much sleep?
Me, not really, but some of them would, the Japanese players leave at like 7 p.m. We're gonna go sleep, and then they go stream instead.
So they would leave. So it was in a house, and then you would go sleep somewhere else.
Yeah, at a hotel like close, pretty much. Yeah, because there's not enough rooms to room all of us in the house itself. I don't think.
Yeah.
Because of everything was just set up, stream here.
And was there, towards the end, there was definitely a feeling in the house where I think all of those players wanted you to beat Goiji.
Yeah.
And I can't remember, did you beat Sonic and then Luigi? You beat a lot of good players.
I beat Goichi first, then Sonic.
Sonic, then Goichi. Okay. It feels like everyone was kind of rooting for you to turn that, to beat those guys.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as I won the first match against Goichi, they were just like, oh, he might actually do it this time. And, it was 3 out of 5, so I was like, yeah, I can do it. If it was tournament, it would have looked crazy because I would have beat him 2-0, and then they would have been like, wow, you just really sweeped Goichi. But since it was 3 out of 5, he came back to 2-2, and it made that super exciting last match that was so close. Like, any of us could have won that match. But yeah, it's crazy. I still can't believe I beat him, honestly.
So, obviously, you and Sonic have a rivalry at NLBC. He's gone back to, I don't even know where he lives, but he's gone back to wherever he lives, right?
Yeah.
And we'll talk about in a minute about you guys did a week together.
Yeah.
But do you feel confident against him? I imagine you're a confident player anyway.
Yeah.
But you went through a long period of time of losing to him when it got down to the wire. How do you feel about playing against him now?
Playing against him now, I feel like I definitely have a better chance. I've gotten better with my team itself. I got some great setups that I use now and stuff. Things changed over those times where when he was destroying me all the time, I was still using Goku Black and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And my day 1, week 1 cell. So now that I got my team ready, I feel like I have a better chance overall. I still think he's slightly better than me still, but as time goes on, I feel like maybe I'll either surpass him or get on his level. But for now, I feel like he's definitely the best U.S. player.
Okay, so I mean, nobody has seen what happened with you guys. You all. Well, I say all. There was a group of you that spent a group of notable players that spent a week at his house, right?
Yeah.
And you called it the Summit of Paw, I think, as in in a furry paw or a cat paw or whatever.
Exactly.
Can you give me a little idea of what went down there? How professional was it?
None at all.
Not very?
It was literally basically the same casual setting as Summit pretty much. And then when we're there, we just play some casuals pretty much. No tournament. It was just casuals for a couple hours, and then we'll just go hang out somewhere else, go eat,
But I got the impression that Sonic made that happen. I might be wrong, so you can correct me. But I got the impression Sonic made that happen because he was feeling like we need to beat the Japanese, or the JPs,
Yes.
as you like to call it.
Yes.
And you've been saying that forever. But and I think he really felt it.
Yeah, 'cause,
after the Kazunoko defeat, right?
After CEO, we all got defeated pretty badly.
Yes.
That's probably why he was like, yo, we should actually, since I'm sure they play casuals themselves,
I bet,
Japanese, of course they do. So
I'm sure they operate in a similar way, just maybe not in a house, but I feel like the way they operate
they all
is,
probably meet up or something, right?
They definitely, the Cyclops guys meet out once a week. I know that much.
Yeah. So since we all live far from each other, it's kind of difficult for every single good U.S. player to just meet up and play. But Sonic, he let us go in his house and we just played, and
Did you, and I don't even know if you want to tell me or not, but because Evo's coming up and that's a big deal, but did you guys study the Japanese and try to run through some things? Maybe do some theory fighting together?
That we didn't do. We just played each other, but I feel like that's like key. I feel like for us to do it alone. We should have done it.
Do you text each other about it, or you just haven't?
Nah, we just haven't, sadly. Even though I feel like that's kind of crucial, but I've been doing some studying of my own.
Yeah, so you've been doing it on your own. You guys haven't been doing it together.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. So do you feel like coming out of that week did it feel like it was worth it?
Oh yeah, I mean, playing Dragon Ball and chilling with the friends that I met playing of course, is always a good time. I don't necessarily think I got super stronger because it was so casual, and like we'd play for sometimes I would play for like an hour and then go back, and then we'd just do whatever, like play a different like Smash or Super Smash Brothers. But for the most part, I definitely feel like I solidified my team. The setups I was thinking about worked, so it was tremendous practice. I feel like still.
It also perhaps potentially it sounds like you also got to know each other probably more, and like as you go into Evo. I really do feel like this is a kind of like, although it's an individual, tournament, I do feel there's definitely the storyline of America versus Japan is a big deal.
Yeah, for
sure.
So
you guys, it feels like you guys are going to be a bit closer in regards to maybe helping each other. So do you feel that element? Like,
yeah, of course. It's like after CEO, it felt like we had to beat them at this point now. It's like, I'd rather an American, beat a Japanese player, even though one may be my favorite player or something like that. But I feel like it's like a rivalry now. Last Summit, America basically won because it was me and Sonic and Grands, and then CEO was just Japan. All top 4 was Japan. So
can I ask you a question about the Japanese players?
Yeah.
After playing casuals with them at Summit, right? So Fenrich sort of came from nowhere.
Yeah.
Not nowhere. Like people who know who he is know that
Blaze Blue God.
Blaze Blue God, right?
Yeah.
But he decided to take this seriously, and the minute he did that, I was like, hello. My antennas went up a little bit, and then there's Luigi, and then all of a sudden the tour has money involved, right? And Kazunoko is sort of well known for finding way. How do I put it? I love him because I think Kazunoko is brilliant. But when money's on the line, he seems to do pretty well.
Yeah.
Do you have a sense? Did you have a feeling when you were playing those guys at Summit, like, wow, this guy's really strong, or this guy's the strongest?
Kazunoko for sure destroyed me every time we played.
At Summit?
Yeah, we didn't play in tournament, but we played in casuals, and he definitely just like knew how to play against me. I feel like against him, I did the worst for sure. Everyone else, me and Fenrich go back and forth. I didn't actually play casuals with Goichi. Only in tournament we played that one time. But whenever I got the chance, I tried to see where I stand against all of them. But Kazunoko definitely was I honestly thought he was gonna win Summit. The way he was playing,
really?
He almost beat Goichi. It was like I think he dropped a combo. I think it was what it was.
Okay, so it's been a sort of CEO was sort of a long time coming in a way.
Yeah, I feel like he was definitely. I thought he was gonna win Summit, but Goichi beat him, and then Sonic clutched it out against him. So then he lost, and then I was just playing amazing that weekend. So it just we didn't meet in bracket, but who knows what would have happened if I did.
Now, you won Summit. Obviously, CEO you didn't win because Kazunoko won it, and you went off and you did a week with the guys.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're going to make any changes to your team? Or are you pretty confident with where you're at?
I feel like I should play 2 teams just in case of the certain matchups, but it's kind of rough to change my team because I don't ever want to change Piccolo. And I feel like my Vegeta's kind of too good to pass up at this point. Because my Vegeta has made so many plays for me, like against either Japanese players or maybe in tournament, I would make a full comeback with just Vegeta. I just know how to play him. So it's kind of hard for me to want to change the team, but I feel like my team could be stronger if I didn't play Vegeta, but I feel like I don't really want to do that.
So let me ask you about Piccolo, right? Because when the patch notes came out, you were like, oh God, I'm going to drop Piccolo. And then you were like, no, I'm not going to drop Piccolo. And both you and Apologyman played Piccolo. Now, when I interviewed Apologyman, he said Piccolo's not as weak as everyone thinks he is, and I blame Hook Gang God for playing him down. Like, where do you think Piccolo is?
Sadly, I might have to agree with him on that.
He's a bit better than people think? Or?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's definitely, like, before I definitely thought he was like at least one of the, not the worst, but like mid tier at least. But now he's like A plus tier,
Okay.
I think.
All
It's
right.
like I'm starting to finally realize what he's actually good at. Like all his air-to-air moves are actually ridiculous. Like so, once I started to implement all of that, I was like, wow, Piccolo is actually not as bad as I thought he was. In the corner, he's pretty ridiculous actually. I think he two touches you and you're dead. And if you're in the corner, you get hit twice, you're dead. So
okay.
I was like, wow. Even though he has obviously he has problems, but when he gets started,
Did you learn anything from Apologyman? Because I remember him tweeting something about setups and you saying, what about raw skill or something. That almost became a meme, I think.
it was. I mean, it still is. I think.
Yeah,
I definitely it's like he makes the setups and then I just steal it. I never really lab anything. I don't feel like it most of the time. But now after CEO, I feel like I'm good. I'm already doing that now. So I changed my ways already. No more raw skill.
No
or
more
whatever.
raw skill. Okay.
But before it was just, oh look, Hook, look at this, and then I was just like, oh cool, it's my gameplay now, and I would just use it against them, stuff like that. Yeah.
So do you have any going into Evo? Do you have a plan in mind in regards to preparation?
Yeah, like I said before, the studying people, as well as like throwing away raw skill and actually learning optimal routes, optimal combos, touch of depths with Cell, of course, that I feel like you have to have that like in your arsenal. Be ready to just kill a character off a good starter.
Right, yeah, of course, right?
Yeah.
That's where it's got to. I feel like that's where it's at right now. It's
Yeah.
like if you can touch a death, that's where you go, right?
Yeah.
Especially with level 1 sparking. You stream a lot, so I'm trying to
Yes.
understand. Like, are you gonna do that on stream, or are you gonna like cut your streaming down for a bit before you go to Evo? Like, how many hours a day are you actually gonna? Have you thought about this? Like, how many hours a day are you actually gonna put into sort of specific training for Evo, which is studying Japanese players and
Yeah,
setups and so on?
I'm not sure how long I'm planning on, like, the time-wise, but I definitely don't stream whenever I'm, coming up with new ideas or stuff, or if I'm in training mode or I'm watching a video. I never actually stream that because, I want to keep some of these things to myself and actually analyze what I'm trying to learn. Because if I stream it, I'll probably forget. I'll be talking to the chat or whatever. So I feel like off stream, I actually try to learn by myself like that. But I haven't really noticed how long I actually do it. Maybe 2 hours or something like that. Maybe an hour a day or something like that.
Sounds like it varies for everybody, particularly
Yeah.
how efficient they are at actually doing it. Okay, it's about NRG, because last time I spoke to you, you weren't sponsored, but well, you were apparently, but you couldn't
Yeah.
tell anyone.
Yeah.
And now you are.
Yep.
Tell me about that team. Like, what is it? What do they do? What do those guys do for you? Why did you choose NRG, or why did they? I mean, it's pretty obvious why they chose you, but is it a good fit? Like, what?
Yeah, I feel like I belong on this team. It was like perfect match. They really provide everything I wanted plus more. Like all I really wanted was to be flown out. Man, they provide everything, hotel, even Ubers and stuff like that. So with their help, I actually elevated my popularity and stuff, as well as my stream. Like they provide also, I'm on the team stream thingy. So on Twitch, it says NRG Esports. So, if people like the team, they could check me out. I'm on the page of their team. So, they've helped me in almost every aspect of my gameplay, as well as, my popularity and stuff like that. It's like social media stuff. So it was perfect. I'm glad I'm on this team. It took me, if it wasn't for the team, I probably wouldn't be here. Like, I probably wouldn't be.
Maybe not. I don't know. Like, I mean, they obviously picked you up for a reason. So.
Yeah. I mean,
But I mean, if you mean literally here, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like,
yeah, defend the North. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. That's what I meant.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay, this is a bit of a. You might need to think about this, or you might instantly have something. But do you have an FGC unpopular opinion?
A lot of people like to think this is a OS and stuff like that, but a lot I would say it's an unpopular opinion because everyone always like, oh, you're OSing, but the PS4 pad being sometimes like the game will lag on PS4 just because it's PS4, but whenever it actually happens, people are just like, oh, you lost, so you're OSing and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's an unpopular opinion where the PS4 actually does lag as well as of the PS4 pad. Like, if it lags on like during gameplay, I can't tell if it's actually the pad, the system, the monitor, like all these things come into play. While, when people play Fight Stick, they never have to deal with that because, for some reason, a Fight Stick works really well and not having that kind of malfunction. While pad players, I feel like every single pad player will probably agree with me, but everybody else will be like, oh, no, you're just lying. You lost, you dropped this happened, but...
I mean, I've heard the complaint about Street Fighter, about missed inputs.
Yes.
But I guess do you play wired or no?
It depends. Most of the time I play unwired, and I feel like there's times where if it is wired, it makes it lag more.
More?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's actually kind of crazy, and I know I'm not lying about this. Like,
I know.
Why would I lie about this? But everybody else is like, oh, you lost, so you deserve that.
Well, people will believe you now. It's when you're actually it's when you talk about it when you've just lost.
Yeah.
Where people go, what? Just stop.
Like,
if you can talk about it in a vacuum, which is right now, then it's different.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
If you can feel an issue and other players can feel an issue, then
Yeah,
potentially there's an issue. I've heard it from a lot of pad players.
I'm glad that every pad player agrees with me with that, and even during big tournaments, I've felt it. Like, specifically, the one I remember the most is like Combo Breaker. Again, I was fighting against Doza. I don't know if you remember that, but it was literally the last combo for me to win, and it literally just freeze framed for 1 second. I was like, if I would have dropped that combo, I probably would have lost. Yeah. And then if I would have said, wow, the monitor lagged, everybody would be like, oh, you're just a liar. You lost. You deserve to lose. Why are you OSing everything? But, I still managed to not drop that combo and win the match, but I felt it actually lag. I feel like in that case, it was the 24-hour PS4, I think.
Yes, that was a big conversation point, right? Was the PS4s, there was a lot of them all in close proximity and they were all on for a long time and overheating and all that sort of stuff. Even though they switched them out a lot, I believe.
Yeah, but...
It's a crazy tournament and everybody wants to be there. And,
Didn't know if it was the pad or not, or was it the monitor that lagged?
It's really hard.
Was it the PS4 that was 24 hours lagging? Pad players was just... I don't know. I don't think I was wired either, so
yeah.
It's probably the Bluetooth connection. Who knows? That's one unpopular opinion.
Yeah, that's
if I were to tweet that, everybody would be like, "Well, you're lying."
Well, you just can't do it after you've lost.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to do it you have to find a moment.
It's like I won and that happened,
Yeah, so, I won.
I won. I could have lost though.
Yeah.
And then I would have been furious because I felt like I didn't lose because I lost. I lost because either my pad, the PS4, or this or that. I don't know. It's always the worst to lose when it's not your fault, right?
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. And then you tell people when everyone's
and then it's just like, you get out of here, man. You're lying. Play a stick.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So the Dragon Ball Tour now has money attached to it.
Yes.
It's organized and you get to win a Dragon Ball and all that sort of stuff. What are your thoughts on that? Were you excited? Obviously, you must have been excited when it was first announced.
Mm.
Do you? I mean, I don't know how to phrase the question actually. To be honest, are you appreciative of the fact that it's happening? Has it changed the way you approach the game?
Didn't really change the way I approached the game, but I definitely am super excited because everyone was saying, "Oh, DBZ got 1 year and it's done." But now that the World Tour is out, of course, there's obviously a longer life to it now. That was always one of my main concerns. Because I didn't want the game to die. It's a fun game. I want to still play it. Still young, honestly.
Yeah.
So now that they're still adding DLC characters, the World Tour is announced. I don't really have to worry about that anymore, So
do you like the format?
Huh?
Do you like do you think the format's interesting? Everyone gets a Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. But honestly, the way it's looking, nobody's gonna get every single one. I doubt it. I mean, if Kazunoko somehow gets every single one,
Well, what happens if you win every single one? I
you
forget.
get put in grand finals immediately.
Immediately, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
It's not happening. And I don't even think Kazunoko's at the Europe
No,
tournament.
he's not.
Yeah, so
I don't think he is. I don't
Yeah.
think he went to Versus, so it's definitely not happening.
yep.
All right, so talking of you said DLC characters. So we just found out, or at least we just saw pictures of base Goku and base Vegeta. Have you seen?
Yeah, I've
that
seen
stuff?
it.
You've read about it or talked about it?
Look, I've seen the pictures.
Are you excited about either of those characters right now? What little we know?
A little bit for both of them. I'm a little excited because I'm gonna be happy if they actually play a lot different than the other Gokus. Most of the Gokus got pretty much the same normals for the most part. Not really. It's like slight differences. But if Kaioken Goku or base Goku is actually completely different, then that'd be cool or sick. Or same with Vegeta, but I don't know how. Unless they give them like completely new normals, then they're gonna basically be a copy almost. Hopefully that's not the case though.
Yeah, I had heard that Goku, I don't know many details, but I'd heard Goku sounds a little bit more interesting than Vegeta apparently, but with the Kaioken, because it changes.
Yeah, every time a teammate dies, I believe, so it becomes better. So that already sounds mad scary. Maybe that'll make them super viable and people will pick them up.
Yeah, be like the last character, the anchor. Are there any characters at the moment that you think are their potential is being seen?
Now,
Yeah.
definitely Majin Buu. Majin Buu is definitely being shown. Even I knew he was good. That's why I started using him online for fun because people think he sucked and stuff like that. But he definitely is really good. Obviously Gotenks now.
Yes.
But because before everyone didn't really use him until Sonic used him, everybody started saying, "Wow, he's actually like maybe top 5."
Right.
So there's him.
How about Yamcha?
Oh man, I still think Yamcha kind of sucks as a character, but his assist might be the best assist in the game. Maybe
How did that go unnoticed?
It's actually crazy that nobody noticed.
Is it just with the game style just evolved and then
it's like people didn't give anything a chance once they saw Cell 16. Like when the game came out, they saw Cell's ridiculous.
And Vegeta was always the assist. The great assist.
Yeah, but once they nerfed Vegeta, they was like, okay, I don't want to use Vegeta no. It's like some people were like, I don't want to use Vegeta no more. Let me see if there's anything else ridiculous. They saw Kazunoko obviously was like, all right, I'm gonna play Yamcha. Everybody was like, what? Why would you play Yamcha?
Yeah.
And then he won CEO.
Well, you know that Yamcha is actually canon in terms of canon, in terms of the anime. Yamcha is his favorite character.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I interviewed him way back, and when the game first came out, and he was like talking about it's really sweet. He was talking about Yamcha, and Yamcha is like his favorite character, and he loves Yamcha because Yamcha's the guy who always tries, but he's not as strong as the others, and all this sort of stuff. And I was like, I almost cried when we did the interview, right? Because I was like, this is so sweet.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, he wins his first major with Yamcha. And I was like, that's beautiful.
Last hit was Yamcha too. He won the match. He won the final match with Yamcha too.
That's amazing.
So it was just kind of like how I won with Piccolo at Summit. It was it was like meant to be, I guess. So that's pretty cool that I didn't know that was his favorite character. I can see why he's actually giving him a chance, and he's actually made comebacks with Yamcha too. So
right. I mean, if it's your favorite character, something goes on, there's that emotional bond, like Piccolo.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So going into Evo, we had, and we were talking about this earlier. We had Goigi won final round. Well, you're gonna have to help me out here. Sonic Fox won
Combo
Breaker. You won Summit, and Kazunoko won CEO. So we have 4 winners of 4 majors there. One of which was part of the Dragon Ball tour. We have versus fighting going on in England, so we'll find out who wins that, and somebody's going to win this. So I actually think it's super exciting because whoever goes, I feel like Evo, the stakes are they're always high, but I feel like this time it's like everyone's just trying to be the best in the world.
Yeah.
Wants to be crowned the best in the world at Dragon Ball. And I don't know if, people 50% of people accept that the person who wins Evo is the best, and 50% of people go, no, it's based on all of these games. Do you feel any extra pressure?
Of course I do. I mean, it's definitely rough now that, that's definitely 10 times as more than I've played in a tournament before. I think the biggest one was Combo Breaker. I believe it was 700 entrants. Wow, Evo is 2,600. So it makes me nervous, but I feel like if I play, my game, I think I can do it. I think I can still perform well, even though that many people are there. But it's gonna be rough. That's
Top
for
8's
sure.
going to be crazy because you're going to be in Mandalay Bay up on the stage and that sort of stuff. But,
Yeah, exactly. So it's even more like pressure, but
yeah, but it's a good, it's good that you guys spent some time together, and hopefully a lot of Americans make top 8, and then
Yeah.
you'll be able to back each other up. I wanted to ask you, you were playing a bit of Guilty Gear. Are you still doing that?
yeah. I don't necessarily like after Evo. I think I'll compete more in Guilty Gear because
Yeah.
I wanted to focus more on DBZ now because
Yeah.
Evo is pretty important.
Well, DBZ is it makes more sense. It's the bigger game right now.
Yeah.
But Evo is going to have Guilty Gear and Unist, I think, the Arctis games.
Yeah.
So no, wait.
BBTag.
BBTag.
Yeah.
I just love Unis. I love it. I love it. But BBTag, yeah. So
Yeah.
BBTag. You gonna mess with that game at all?
I play BBTag a little bit. Not that much, but I feel like if I actually played, I think I can do well on that too. But as of right now, the main focus is Dragon Ball.
Dragon
so
Ball.
I haven't really given the other two.
Singular focus right now.
Yeah, until Evo, and then afterwards, then I could chill and play some other games and stuff. But
Okay.
for now, just Dragon Ball.
Talking of chilling and playing other games, have you been playing any other video games recently? Non-fighting games.
Non-fighting games. I just bought a Switch.
Are you gonna play Octopath Traveler?
Yeah,
Everyone's
I'm already
that
playing the demo, so
Oh, you are?
I'm loving it.
There's a
so-
demo?
Yeah, there's a
Okay,
2-hour demo. Actually.
Okay, I know what I'm doing tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I'm playing that. I just bought Doom as well. It's actually pretty ridiculous
Yeah,
on
it's
Switch.
wild.
It's kind of crazy on Switch to see,
it really?
to be able to play online a game that's similar to Halo on the Switch is kind
Yeah.
of crazy. So I'm loving that. Playing also Shovel
So
Knight. Basically
wild.
everything on Switch.
The
is-
soundtrack and the sounds and the music and everything
Yeah.
for Doom it really gets you pumped. That's
Yeah.
a fun game.
I'm honestly happy with my purchase of the Switch. It was the best. Shout out to 3-inch Richard. He actually donated the money for me to buy it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. I got to
Yeah.
start streaming.
Yeah,
So,
streaming is
So
about, like-
3-inch Richard?
Huh?
Who was it?
3-inch Richard.
Okay, 3-inch Richard. If I could also get a Switch, no, just kidding. I'm kidding. So your life has changed a fair bit, I would say. I don't know actually, to be
Yeah.
honest, because it's hard to say because the FGC is not the same as it's not the same as like the really huge esports.
Yeah.
But Dragon Ball came out February.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like a year has gone by, but it
feels
really
longer
hasn't.
than
It's
that,
been a short
but
period
it's
of
been
time.
super short.
So tell me, how has your life? Have you felt that impact? Like, how does it feel like your life has changed? Do you feel like a celebrity now? Like, you are in the mini world of the FGC.
Yeah. It definitely changed dramatically. Like nowadays I could just sit down, play what I love, and not actually have to work anymore. Stuff like that. I could stream. Like it's changed dramatically. Like even when I go out to these events, a lot of people are like, "Oh my God, you're Hook and God," and I still can't believe that actually happens. Because before February when the game came out, I was still working at a movie theater and stuff. So it's still my life has just changed dramatically. I don't have to work. I could just play the game, which is something I never thought I could actually do until this point. So super grateful for all of that, of course.
That's wild. Do
Yeah.
you have a vision of the future for you? Like, are you like, okay, I think I can do this for, whatever, like the next 20 years, or do you feel like this is an interesting time?
Yeah, I feel like it's an interesting time. I'm not sure how long I can do this. I'm gonna try to do it as long as possible. Of course, this is honestly the best job I could ever have. It's not even a job to me at this point. So I hope to do it as long as possible. But who knows what'll happen.
Last time we spoke, you also talked about being producing
Yeah.
hip hop as well.
Yeah, I might start that up again. Before, I've been stopped, but I might start it up again now since I'm getting enough money to maybe buy some equipment and stuff like that. Before it was just a regular.
But you can also sort of use the notoriety
Yeah, exactly.
to kind of
to pave
Right.
my way into something
It
else.
opens up other avenues, you know.
So I hope, like, you know, as time goes on as a competitor, I might maybe able to do something, you know, if my time as a competitor is over, maybe I could segue to something else, because, you know, a lot of people are still going to know me afterward, I hope. So who knows? I hope for the best in the future. Don't really know what's going to happen, though.
I hope so too. So it sounds like if you weren't doing this, you would be still working at the movie theater.
Nah, I would have got fired regardless.
Really? What would you be planning if you weren't pro gaming? Like, is there something else which you like? I mean, there's the music, but like, where do you feel like you would be realistically? Because music is also a very difficult thing to get off the ground.
Realistically, I probably would have been in college again, honestly.
Studying.
I still haven't decided that.
Ah, okay.
So I've been stopped going to college for that reason, because I didn't know what to do. But
It's hard.
At that point, I would have been like, well, I might as well start, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I already started, but at that, like, if I would have never became a Dragon Ball player and stuff, I probably would have just been like, all right, let me just go to college, you know, because, you know, I feel that pressure of my mom, like, all saying to do something instead of just working. But, you know, it's hard, but I'm glad it came out to be this way, where I could just stream and stuff.
I think we all are too. I think it's good to have people like you in the community, who I think are very positive. Is there anything you want to say to the people who follow you, or you know?
I love all you guys. Thank you all for giving me all the support. Super grateful. I still can't believe some people want my autograph, which is still amazes me. But I will gladly, you know, accept pictures, all that stuff. I'm glad and super grateful that I got a stream going as well, that I don't have to work a regular job and just focus on what I love to do. So I'm super grateful for all my followers and everyone I talk to that I've met through Dragon Ball and stuff.
All right, well, good luck in this tournament. Good luck at Evo. I'm super hyped for Dragon Ball Evo.
Yeah,
and
thank you, man.
Thanks
it was
for
a
the
pleasure.
interview. Yeah,
of course,
always, man.
Of course.
Of course. And we'll say goodbye to these guys.
All right, see you guys.